Okay. Hey. Um. hmm. Yeah, I've been having some problems lately dealing with people who want to tell me how to deal with certain things out of their control and making me ticked off in the process. Now, yeah, I have a disability myself, but I know other people who have disabilities, and they're really no different than I am. But they all get angry. They all have their own attacks. But it seems like there are certain adults that like to deal with us in ways that are kind of, dare I say it, non-conventional. For example, if you come up to somebody and you're in charge of something, don't act like your shoe size, please. Also, don't act like you just turned 18 and you don't know how to deal with a disability person. Like, seriously? Now, I find these people every day, and I have to deal with them. Here's what I'm going to tell the people who have to deal with people like me who have disabilities and have to deal with them getting angry and a bunch of other things. One of the problems I'm having is when somebody comes up to me that's authority, wants to tell me a problem, gets all buddy with me, and waits until the exact next week to talk to me about said problem before informing me that this problem's actually going on. Now, if you do this thing where you just come in out of absolute nowhere and accuse a person like me of doing this, there are some of us who get extremely mad. There are some of us who will handle it calmly. And there are some of us who just want you to act mature and do it the correct way. The thing I'm having a problem with is the people who just want to come out of nowhere in front of everybody and embarrass me or anyone else. Now, that puts us on the defensive. That makes me and everyone else with my disability, which is ADHD, I also have autism, so yeah. That it puts us on the defensive, and it makes us go into a fight or flight mode where we don't always know if we can stop ourselves. Now, I'm actually not going to put the videos that I looked up in the description because I have not gotten clarification to use those videos in my description. I'm just going to tell you how adults around me who know me really well have calmed me down in the past. Now, what you should do, instead of coming out absolutely nowhere, is pull the person aside and talk to them about it. Inform them this is going on. Or go up with the person that they're having a problem with and talk to that person and the person they're having a problem, talk to that person and the other person at the same time in a nice, calm manner. Do not get a stern voice. Do not start yelling. Because unless you are their parent, they're not going to take that from you. Trust me, I'm one of them. So you got to do it in a calm manner. Getting them to the point where they don't have to bring in their friends to tell you you're wrong on what you did. Like the situation I went through, the guy kept bugging the living daylights out of me and harassing me, following me around the church. Yes, he tried to get to know me. Yes, he tried to get me to sit next to him. I wasn't going to sit next to him because I felt uncomfortable. Now, I have since forgiven this guy. But I had to get a friend of mine named, I'm not going to give his name out, so we'll just say B. Yeah, a friend of mine named B was helping me stop this guy from harassing me. Now, yes, he stopped him from harassing me for half the time at the building. So, half the time I was at this building, one Sunday, he stopped harassing me and following me around. After the next 2 Sundays, he literally starts following me around the whole entire lobby. At this time, I had already gone up to another friend of mine who's a friend of this girl I like. Now, I'm not going to say her name either. And I'm not going to say her dad's name either. I'm just going to say their initials. The girl's initials is CW. The guy's initials is BW. And that's all I'm going to say. And I told them at the time that something was going on. And BW brung up the fact that maybe they were observing. Maybe he was observing. Which, okay, I can totally see that. Ignore the thing behind my head, please. So, he said that maybe they're observing of what I was doing. Which, okay, I can totally see. But, what I can't totally see is why these people feel like they can get into my business and make me feel uncomfortable in the first place. Now, instead of making the person feel uncomfortable and embarrassing him or her in front of a whole building or church or school, wherever you go, pull them away. Get them away from everybody else so you can have a nice, calm talk with them and you won't embarrass them. Then, now, back to him following me around like he was that one day. He followed me around, so I went up to BW again. Tell BW there's someone doing very wrong things. And I need to talk to him about it. So, this guy, I tried to go to BW I was in church. After church services. Talk to him. A security guard and this guy who I later find out is an elder, like after this conversation, who apparently was just coming up to talk to me, which I was already irate at the dude trying to block me from talking to somebody I wanted to talk to and would understand what I am saying. Because he has somebody that goes through this himself. I'm not gonna say who. So, and in that case, I tell BW that this guy is overstepping his bounds and being really overprotective without your permission, your daughter's permission, and one other person's permission, and my permission. Because when you have a disability, when you're dealing with a person who has a disability, it's always best to get the person's permission to overprotect them. Because they don't want to be overprotected. I don't want to be overprotected. I have gone my whole life being overprotected by. Everybody in my life overprotects me. I've gotten tired of it. My friends have gotten tired of it. So, yeah. So, this guy starts then he starts yelling at me. Out of absolute nowhere. Now, I have the excuse here. I have the right to say to BW what is actually going on. Because me and him are friends. So he keeps getting more and more irate with me. Finally tells me he's an elder of the church. Which, okay, why did you save that for right now? And why did you decide to act so immature earlier on the past few Sundays towards me? Is what I'm thinking in my head. So then I inform him, I say, okay, hold on right there. I have a disability, and I'm not afraid to report you. Or anyone here. So then he calms down right after I tell him I have a disability, which I found completely hilarious. I mean, yes, he didn't know before that I had a disability, but I still found it completely hilarious that this guy literally calmed down after I told him I had a disability and literally changed what he said. He was going to he went from completely banning me from the lobby to changing it to informing me of what it looks like I am doing. So now I have to, and I guess I went over a little overboard with BW's daughter, gave her a card and she misunderstood the meaning. I originally meant it as a thank you because she understands me really well. So yeah, that happened. In which I had no idea that was going on. So I reacted in my normal way. And my dad said it was okay to give her the card. So then he says this. Then the next time we have a meeting. And yes, I have to stay away from her for a little bit and give her a space. I don't mind. It's just the way he acted to me was not alright. To me, he should have taken into account that he is old enough to know what to do and what not to do. Oh, and the whole time he's yelling at me, he's doing this in front of everybody. And disrespecting me. And disrespecting BW and disrespecting a friend of mine who's not standing too far away in the pews. Oh, and during this, BW did put his arm on my shoulder to calm me down because I did get a little angry. I was about to go through what I call an anger blackout. So instead of going into this anger blackout, he put his arm on my shoulder and I calmed down. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm making this video so everybody knows, yeah, I deal with things. I mean, this guy has pulled this off twice. Or at least tried to pull it off a second time and didn't get away with it because I was there. And because I actually stand up for myself. Now, this is what I'm going to say to the people who have just a disability like me. No matter if you don't know if you have one. No matter if it's for your friend. Heck, it can be for yourself. If you have to get up and defend yourself, plus your friend is going to look at you very highly. I should know. I got friends who look at me very highly because I stand up for them when they're in this mode. And sometimes I show them how to stand up for themselves. Do they always take that advice? Not always, trust me. You think they would since I also have one. But I will say this. Sending the person into a blacked out anger attack is not the right way to do things. Don't do it. Because, yes, the person has blacked out. Yes, the person cannot stop. But you get him too angry, he can fall flat on the floor and totally pass out. And then guess whose fault it is? Oh yeah, yours. Not his. It's yours because you decided to act immaturely. Now yes, I did kind of act immaturely myself during this time with him. But, as a matter of fact, we're both kind of in the wrong. But, I will say this. I am not going to deal with people who do that to me. Nope. I stand up for myself every day. If you're a disability person, if you're someone who don't know if they have a disability, if you have a friend with a disability, ask yourself, what would that friend or what would that friend do for me? Because I can tell you what I would do. I would stick up for my friends. Because to me and my friends, if you leave your friends behind, we qualify you as a loser. If you don't leave your friends behind, we will show you great gratitude and everything else. Heck, take a day out of your schedule to get to know somebody like me. There are so many people with disabilities, it ain't even funny. Okay? Just take a day out of your time to get to know somebody like that. They won't mind. They will mind if you accuse them of something that they think that they're not doing or they're not aware of that they're doing. So yeah. Now, I am dealing with this thing my own way. As in, I got a friend of mine telling me when this girl wants to talk to me again. Now, I'm not going to say who this friend of mine is because I don't want him to get in trouble at all. If you're watching this video and you're one of the people I'm talking about, guess what? You can figure out for yourselves who my friend is that is helping me out. 'Cause I ain't telling ya. Now, however, I am going to attach one thing to the description, which is a church lesson. So, yeah. So, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Please, if you want to see more videos, please hit the bell icon, because apparently the subscription button doesn't totally work. Yes, you can subscribe to be one of the people subscribed to my channels, but you literally have to click the bell just to be notified. Yeah. Hey, I'm not YouTube. So, I don't control that. So, yeah. Oh. Yeah, there's nothing else. Alright. Bye.